Do you dream that you're drinking alcohol? And does this make you an alcoholic? Does it make you weak? Does it mean that you're going to go back onto the alcohol again? Does it mean that you're craving? Does it mean that your cravings are not gone? I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com, and today I want to talk about alcohol in dreams. Right, you dreaming about alcohol, however long it is after you've stopped drinking. I think this is a common thing with people who've just quit. Right, your body is going through a lot of changes, your mind is going through a lot of changes, and it's turmoil. It creates conflict inside your brain, and you're bound to have sort of, this is going to carry over into your subconscious mind. I mean, habits are they're there for a long time. They've been built up over a long time, and it's going to take a long time to reduce them, to get them to get rid of them. And to be honest, I don't think that you actually ever do get rid of a habit. I think the framework that your habit is a part of, and the overall framework is sort of I think it's part of a wider thing, so alcohol is only one part of this lifestyle choice that you've built up over the years. It's your identity, your core identity, the person that you are inside. So even though you take out the alcohol, a lot of the framework is still there, but what you have to do is change the meaning of the framework, right? So you change what it represents, right? So when you get a feeling that you need to do something, instead of interpreting that as a need for alcohol, you start to interpret it as something else. I mean, as I said, you only ever drink to fulfill a need, right? To fulfill a certain reward that you want to get at the end of it, right? And it makes sense that after a while, that need, the need is not the alcohol. The need is not to drink the alcohol. As many people would like you to think that we're born with this fucking inbuilt need to consume alcohol, that we're born alcoholics, and well, it's such bullshit. I mean, how is that even possible? Alcohol is I think people are born with different levels of certain hormones. Like, for instance, there's Asians that are born with they can't produce this alcohol dehydrogenase, and that's one of the chemicals that is used to break down the alcohol in your body, right? So they can't drink, right? Because when they drink, they just get the body can't break it down, so they just get ill effects off the alcohol. Lucky them, they don't know how lucky they are. They might go, oh yeah, love to be able to have a drink and stuff like that. Why? I suppose it's one of those things when when you can't get the thing that you want, you're not allowed to have the thing that you want, then you want it more. But anyway, dreams, when you're starting out, then your body is just going to be going through a certain amount of change. Your mind is going to go through that change, and it's upsetting, it's causing conflict, it's and a lot of the time that comes out in your dreams. It's nothing to worry about. It's a natural part of the whole system. I still get dreams about alcohol, not very often, and the first time I remember, after about a year, I got a dream that maybe a year and a half, and I had a dream that I was in a pub and I was drinking Guinness, and I woke up and I was sort of startled by this dream and thinking, it took me a few seconds to realise that it was only just a dream and that I hadn't actually gone out the night before and taken a drink, right? And it wasn't, I don't think it was the fact that I was drinking, it was the fact that I was enjoying the drink more than anything else, in my dreams, and yeah, so it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. It's like thinking about alcohol. You know, you can't help a thought coming into your mind that you could do with a drink now, you know, that one, and that's all it is. It's a little flicker of a thought. It comes in, it's there for a couple of seconds, and you know, it's gone. It's what you do with it afterwards. You know, you can sort of dwell on it and, you know, think about it and start thinking into it and, you know, churning up your own fucking misery, you know. And that's where the problem lies, right, is what you do with it afterwards, you know. So if you dream that that you've had a drink, and then you wake up in the morning and think, yeah, all is lost, and it just proves that I'm an alcoholic and I can't stop thinking about alcohol. If you have a thought about alcohol and you say that, you know, you think the same things, then, you know, it doesn't mean anything. You can't help having a dream about alcohol. You can't help having thoughts about alcohol. So that's it, you know. Don't worry about your dreams. There's nothing you can do about it. You know, I'm not a great believer in dream interpretation. I think a lot of that is sort of verging on territory of spiritualism and forecasting the future and stuff, and astrology, and, you know, I don't believe that. You know, personally I don't believe it. I'm not saying it's not true, I just don't believe it personally. It's not something that suits me, because it's out of my control, you know. It's another one of those things where, you know, you're relying on something outside of yourself, even though, yeah, it's a part of yourself, your dreams and stuff, but you can't control them, you know. You're asleep, you're unconscious, you wake up, you know. And I mean, I had a dream the other day that I massacred a load of people a couple of weeks ago, and that was a sort of a really bad dream, but it was I'd hate to see what the interpretation of that is. Maybe I'm a secret serial killer, I don't know. Oh my God, never thought about it like that. Jesus, what happens if I'm a secret serial killer? I mean, I did kill a lot of people in this dream, and it was really gruesome. Nah, so that's just the way it is, you know. It's just, you can't help it. Don't even worry about it. Get on with your life. Do the things that you are in control of doing, which is not putting the alcohol into your mouth in the first place. Big control there. You have massive control there. So face forwards, don't face backwards. You know, these thoughts about your past are going to come up every so often, you know. It's like you know, it's like the adverts on the TV, you know. They're just there, and, you know, you can get up and walk out. I mean, it's funny when we're watching the adverts now on the TV, because we don't have a television, and the only time we see the adverts is when we go down to watch the football. And it's sort of, we're looking at them and thinking, Jesus, that's something new. And whereas before, you know, it was just one of those things. As soon as the adverts come on, you were out the door, you know, or you turned it over to watch something else. You know, it was just inconsequential. Same shit that's going on here with your dreams and your thinking. Inconsequential. Don't take any notice. So, if you have any questions at all, any comments, leave them down below. Come on up to the website, sign up to the newsletter, and yeah, stay safe, keep the alcohol out of your mouth. I'm Kevin O'Hara for alcoholmastery.com. Onwards and upwards.